Hi, welcome back to the Domestead. So it's been about a week. So the last time I showed you what we had done was I framed out these walls over here, which would be the office, the utility room, and the pantry. And then this right here will be the stairway going up to the second floor. So we've done a little bit more. I've done the rough framing for the master bathroom, which helps to define also the family room. And then it also helps to define the space that goes into the master bedroom. The other thing we've done is we have done some other prep work in the entrance extension. So that soon we'll be putting in another layer of insulation in there and starting to build the inner wall, the inner passive wall. And so we're almost ready for that. I got to put some electrical outlets on the outside wall, and I'll do that while it's all still open and easy to get to. I need to do that. And I also need to finish, I got to put some more strapping up on the ceiling a little bit there, and then we're going to start to insulate and build those walls in there. We'll eventually end up having to do the same thing in the master bedroom. We have installed the bedroom windows, so that was a good thing. That took us a day, but not too hard. Already had them rough framed in the wall. Basically, just had to cut the siding and then fit them in and put the siding back on, and then so they're good to go. Let me walk you around. I'll show you what we've done. Okay, like I said, you've seen this framing already. This is from the previous video. That wonky board right there, and the other side is the temporary load center. The new load center will arrive next week, and then I will get that room sorted out. So I'll walk you around. This has been a pretty useful arrangement right here with bench and table saw and miter saw. So that's been working out really, really well. So this right here is the wall that I've been building today. And it is, it's not complete, but that's because I am working out the details. I don't want to put too many studs in there because I've got some of the plumbing stacks and things coming up. So I'm going to leave them out for now, and then I'll figure it out later on when I start doing some more rough plumbing. I'll figure out what I can get in where. I'm trying not to crowd it, because if you crowd the plumbing, it just becomes a pain in the butt. I did one of the manifolds for the heating system is right here. So I did block it up to provide some support for it. And you can see on that gauge, it's holding pressure, so no leaks. Yay! It's been a couple of years since I actually pressurized it. It was pressurized when we had the concrete in it. And then I just let the pressure out. It didn't need to be there, but I just wanted to check it again, make sure it stayed pressurized. And it is, so good to go. So this framing right here, I'm doing this alternate stud framing. It's a 2x6 bottom and top plate, but 2x4 walls. The idea being that it should eliminate sound transmission through this wall. And I'm doing the same thing on this wall. And so, just give you an idea here. This is the master bath. So that's the drain for the vanity sink. That'll be for the toilet, and this is for the shower right here. So I framed this out so that I've left myself a generous amount of space to put in a 5-foot wide tub or shower surround. I'm not going to do a tub. It's going to be a low threshold insert. And this right here is boxed out because we wanted to leave the pipes loose so that we can fit it to the shower drain once that comes in. So I've done this on purpose. I left this all like this so that I can fit it without it crowding the toilet too much. This wall I did just as a 2x4 wall. I will insulate it just to help with sound. And that's the door out from the master bath, which is private space, into public space. So then, where all that insulation is right there, which We're going to use some of it, and then the rest of it's going to go, and we're going to save it for another project. This right here is going to be the hallway. It's going to be a walk-in closet and a walk-in closet with a hallway between, leading into the bedroom. Now you see that doorway opening right there? That's for an external door. Where that ladder, and I don't know if you can see it, there's a broom against the wall. That is where another door into the bedroom is going to be. So from, you know, just inside this doorway a little bit will be another wall, and then this is the master bed. And these are the windows that we put in. Actually came out really, really nice. We're really happy with them. Let's see if you can't see them. They're just basic sliders. They're double glazing with low E, and I mean, nothing real expensive, but you know, I mean, I couldn't spend too much money on them, but it was easy to frame those in, and we put them up high on purpose, not only for a little bit of privacy, even though we're surrounded by woods here, but for so the option to put in taller furniture underneath it. You know, we have some bedroom furniture that has a little height to it, so this will give us the option to put things in there. So that's what we've been up to. So this room right here, we still need to put in the vapor barrier on the ceiling, and then strap it, and then we can continue framing walls, extra layer of insulation, and frame out walls. So Deb and I took a day as well, and we installed the cupola windows. Those are all in and functioning. We have a little bit more trim work to do up there to finish off that siding, but that's the same for the rest of the house as well. So the last thing I wanted to show you was how, I think I've showed you this, I boxed out this window, but then I also boxed out this door. I can't get the contrast right, sorry. And so what I did here was, because it's going to be essentially another 7 inches out from this stud framing, I used a 2x8, and I made sure, and I trimmed it down so that it's 7 inches from 7 1/4 nominal, right? And I framed out, I boxed out around the doors. I did the same thing for the front door. And what that does is now it gives us a real solid opening around the door, robust. And then we can insulate against it, and we can build wall against it as well. And then this is all really sturdy around the door. So yeah, so now we've got a lot of space around here, and I create a little tunnel basically. So that wraps up the progress that we've made this week. Like I said, we put those windows in, we've done some framing, a lot of other little things too. Things that always need to get done. Oh, one of the other things that we did was we spent quite a bit of time with our kitchen designer, and we're this close on getting that noodled out. We're triple and quadruple checking dimensions for things to make sure they fit, because it's a faceted and angled wall, and we have to make sure that everything's going to fit properly. I mean, she's laying it all out in the 3D CAD software, but I'm making sure that my dimensions that I'm giving her are correct. I'm making sure that she has correct dimensions in her drawings. She's double checking her work. I'm double checking, and then we're going to create little flat templates for the floor, and we're going to make sure that things fit. I just don't want any mistakes or headaches or surprises when 2.5 months from now when the cabinets come in. And that's what I'm looking at. I think we're not going to get our cabinets until September at this point. Lead times, it's taken us a while to get to the point where we're ready to actually order the cabinets. They're going to be ordered this week. So yeah, it's a long time. We have decided on the cabinet style, the color, the species, and the countertop. I can show you that. So yeah, we're going to go with this cabinet style and that color. It has a little bit of a rustic attribute to it. We weren't too sure we wanted to do that because there's a lot of rustic in all of the triangle interior panels, but we decided we like it. We picked out the hardware that goes on the drawers and doors, and then this is a quartz countertop that we're going to get. We decided to, why not, instead of putting a cheap countertop on and then several years from now replacing it, I'm just going to go for the good one, and we'll be happy with it. So that's what we're going to do. So it's a, let me see, it's rustic alder. As for a species, and that's the color we're going with as well. And we've already identified, essentially we've identified all of the base cabinets, all of the cabinets and what they're going to be used for. That took us a little while. Deb and I really had to sit down and figure that out. Because it's weird, we're not going to have any uppers, so you have to change your whole mindset for how you're going to use the cabinets. You have to change your whole mindset for how you're going to use the cabinets, because if it's all going to be lowers, normally you have your dishes and your glasses and your Tupperware and, God knows what, and all your upper cabinets. We have none. So that has to come down, and how do you store that stuff, and where do you store it, and how do you make the best use of the space? It's been a little bit of a thought experiment for us, and luckily, when you do it in the kitchen design software, you can lay it all out and then print it all out in 3D, and you can really see it as mocked up in a 3D image. That helps Deb out a lot. She's very visual. She needs to see that. And it's very important that she's happy, because she really likes to cook. And so there's a lot of things going into this that are going to make her happy and make this a useful space. And if she's happy, I'm happy. That's how it works. So by the next video, we should be doing more of the framing here in the first floor and wrapping a lot of that up. We will also be looking at starting to do the framing for the second floor. That involves getting 2 heavy glulam beams up. We still haven't figured out exactly how we're going to do that. Probably what's going to end up happening is we're going to call in some friends that don't have back or leg or shoulder issues or something like that, and we're going to ask their help to get these beams up. I'll have the posts in place, and what I'm thinking is we'll probably end up putting some ladders and some benches and some makeshift staging in place. We could also use the scaffold staging. Yeah, we can do that to get it up, and then just basically work it up and then get it into the final resting places on the posts. Once it's there, we're golden, because you fasten it and it's done. And then we can start framing the second floor joists. So a lot more to do. First floor framing is a lot of work, because it delineates all these rooms down here, and then, like I said, we've got those beams that support, and then I still have to do a lot of fill-in framing, where those walls that go to the dome, that has to be filled in, because you have to have nailers for your drywall, and so I got to figure that out yet. Not hard, it's just going to be tedious, because every cut is custom. So anywho, that wraps up this video, and I should see you in about a week. Peace. Mount Almond twisted with vanilla. my reward for a good day. Yum.